Stop it. Get some help.
I remember why we don't use the glasses anymore. They didn't learn a thing from Death Note. Welcome back to your weekly anime Kissaten. I still haven't ordered that matcha from Kyoto yet. Also, should I have a coffee while recording this? I'm Dusk, but you can call me Koala. We have a lot of stuff in the anime space to get into today. But let's start off with the new releases. Zombieland Saga is getting a movie, set to release October 24th, 2025 in Japan. The new movie is called Zombieland Saga Yume Ginga Paradise. If you haven't seen Zombieland Saga, it's sad. Crazy man makes an idol group out of zombies. It's a silly idea with super dark undertones, and it's worth watching episode 1 as it's the scariest. But I don't think this movie will get a theatrical release in the US. Down to Dawn Season 2 just released a new trailer, and it'll be coming to Netflix on July 3rd. I have no idea what's going on, but it looks cool. And if you need something new to watch or rewatch, an anime pick of the week goes to Nana. While I'm not going to go over what it's about, you can watch my weird anime short on it. I will say this is a gem of a 2000s anime, as the animation is faithful to the manga while being super high quality, right down to the silly expressions being fully animated. The slower pace and flashbacks of each Nana's backstory to Tokyo was just genius, sending us in blind as the viewer and bringing us back to where we started, having seen the last couple years of Nana's lives. Even the school friends and shitty dudes have depth to them, with the English voice cast hitting the subtle nuances of ordinary people, which doesn't always work, for example Witch Hunter Robin. But the cast here absolutely nailed it. This is one of those anime I did not want to stop watching, but I had to make the video. It's streaming on Crunchyroll, and it may or may not be on YouTube. But don't tell anyone I told you that. But now onto the anime news. Our top story, Bet, an American live adaptation of the anime Kakegurui, is coming soon thanks to Netflix. And based on the trailer,
and I've been bad,
it looks like a terrible idea. Because let's be honest, Netflix hasn't learned anything from their 2016 Death Note adaptation. But from what I've seen in this trailer, it appears that the same mistakes have been made. Again, I've only seen season 1 of Kakegurui, but it looks like this adaptation wants to focus on the trendy shots of students walking in cliques more than keeping the story the same. Why would they even choose to adapt an anime where the main character is aroused by the thought of gambling is beyond me? There had to have been another anime that would have been a safer bet to adapt. Casting wise, instead of looking like the characters from the anime, we're getting what I would call a self-insert fanfiction, at the cost of millions of dollars. And this is exactly why I praise the casting of the adaptation of Cowboy Bebop, because the Bebop crew were not changed dramatically to where they were unrecognizable like in Bet. In fact, the only character that was Netflixified was the villain Vicious.
What the actual fuck?
Instead of this cold-blooded killer, we got this snazzy dressed businessman who looked like he was about to do some jazz hands on top of a table at a local club. I'm going to watch Bet when it releases on May 15th to give you all my opinion, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think I can make it through 10 episodes. Also making news today, Japanese users ranked the best isekai. Through the website Mina no Ranking, users cast their votes for the best isekai, with number 1 going to That Time I Got Reincarnated into a Slime. Mushoku Tensei, Konosuba, and SAO in the top 5. I don't think ranking systems are important. This one is a bit more interesting. And culturally, we see why Slime got number 1 in Japan, as the series starts off with a corporate employee who was murdered and then reincarnated as a slime. Because let's face it, living in a fantasy RPG as the hero is way better than spending another day going to work. The Tenchi Muyo American Comic Omnibus Collection has been fully funded through Kickstarter, with a goal of $50,000 reached with 20 days remaining. And you can still donate. The American-made comics are written by J.D. Calderon and art by Matt Lunsford. And with consent from Tenchi creator Masaki Kajishima, the Kickstarter video is also pretty fun to watch, as Petra Burchard, the longtime voice of Ryoko, narrates the video for the campaign.
Hello there, Tenchi fans. Patria Burchard here, the voice of Ryoko.
And an update on the Ghibli AI situation has finally caught the attention of the government in Japan. During a cabinet session of Japan's House of Representatives, the question of AI infringing on Japanese properties was discussed. Keep in mind they are now aware of how AI learning works using Ghibli property, but have decided to leave the big decisions to the courts for now. So if Studio Ghibli does decide to file a lawsuit against AI machine learning companies, then that could lead to new AI protection laws for the Japanese IP. So at this point, it's just a waiting game, because Silence Now doesn't mean these Japanese companies aren't going to do anything about it. In South Korea, the Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism have revealed their plans to fund the Korean animation industry with the goal of raising $100 million by 2029, with a huge push for adaptations of web novels and webtoons. South Korea is already known for its animation, inking, and painting of Western animation as well. But unfortunately, it was also announced that the investments would include AI-powered spin-offs. Some webtoons are made with AI, and with more investments being put into an ecosystem of AI production and AI distribution. Why does this always have to come back to AI? I still have my personal opinion that AI could be used for something like a Google question, but not for something you have to use the creative side of your brain for, like writing, drawing, painting. Even AI scripting and editing exist, with whole channels made with AI content having tons of subscribers. Is it really a case of work smarter, not harder, and the rest of us that use our brains will just be left behind? These companies are already adapting and implementing a multitude of uses of AI learning, and the only way I think it will become kinda cool is if every country singer is replaced with an AI robot.
Her name was Kelly McCannon. Famous country singer. In fact, the only country singer in the universe. I guess this means they're extinct.
And the suspect?
Like in Armitage III, but that didn't end well.
Annie Oakley here isn't even human.
Dragon Ball and Solo Leveling fans are apparently crying over One Piece's animation from episode 1128, according to this article, because the animation was so good that it had people mad online. As the episode featured Luffy's battle with Admiral Kizaru, which sounds great, it sounds like the extra time given to the animators ended with a better product. With the article I'm reading, it claims that Dragon Ball fans like Urano are salty. They also claim that Solo Leveling fans were upset. And then keep in mind, these articles pick and choose the public posts that fit their narrative. If you're enjoying the animation, great, but the tantrum part being the headline, it's kinda dumb. Like an exaggerated YouTube video, fans are crashing down over this. It's just silly, because the opinions of random Twitter users shouldn't be newsworthy. The cool animation should be the highlight, along with the hiatus taken from last winter proving that extremely harsh deadlines aren't the way to do it, not salty fans. And it's not like my writing's any better, but it was a weird angle to present the story from. Gotta have that drama. Fans are mad. But if you did watch the episode, what did you rate it out of 10? I'd like to know, since I'm never getting to episode 1000. And finally, Gora graduated last night. And to put this in perspective for anyone who's not familiar with Gora, she is the closest we have to a streamer being as popular as Hatsune Miku in real life. She was a big talent and a little shark, and it'll be sad to see the character go, but all good things must come to an end. And the only thing we can do is wish them the best.
What you doing? Okay, I go. Okay, I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, I'll see you around. Okay, bye.
And that's gonna do it for your weekly anime Kissaten. If you made it this far, go ahead and like the video. If you're new here, consider subscribing. And a really grateful thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next week. Maybe. I said I was gonna stop being negative. But you come across things and it's weird and it's all related to anime. We definitely aren't in the best timeline, but we are in the timeline, especially with Gora's graduation. These glasses suck.